Height is a vital factor in improving one's persona. It is, after all, one of the top things that influence our first impression. In fact, it can be attributed to power, attraction, and career opportunities. No wonder lots of people are scrambling for ways to increase their height. Some, for instance, have or are using medicines and acupressure treatments that claim to trigger height gain. The catch is that they're costly and have side effects, not to mention they aren't 100% effective. So the next best possible and safest way would be to approach it through diet and exercise. For this video, we're focusing on the latter. The Pilates Roll-Over is a good exercise for this. For more at-home exercises to get taller quickly, make sure to continue watching until the end. Does exercise increase height? As we all know, height is largely influenced by genes, in addition to age, nutrition, lifestyle, and environmental conditions. Although this would always be the case no matter what, doing proper exercise regularly may help you gain a few inches. The right exercises help tone and strengthen your muscles, allowing for the release of growth hormones, which are responsible for weight gain. Generally, growth stops after the onset of puberty. For some people, however, growth continues around age 22 to 25. The following exercises are best done 2 to 3 times a week for the best results. Let's get started then. 10 home exercises to gain height. Number 1. Alternate leg kick. This exercise is like swimming except for the fact that it is not done in a pool. It primarily targets the lower back, strengthens it, and makes it firm so you stand tall. A toned back can stay upright and make you appear taller. Start by lying down on your stomach on a flat and firm surface. Stretch your body as much as you can. Whilst resting your chin on the floor, stretch your arms out in front of your face, palms facing downwards. This is your starting position. From there, simultaneously lift your right arm a few inches from the floor and raise your left leg off the floor without bending your knees as far up as you can. Hold this position for a few seconds and then return to your initial position. Repeat the entire process with your left arm and right leg. Before we continue, a like would be great. Number 2. Pilates Roll-Over. This Pilates move helps stretch your spine, giving extra length to your upper body. It also extends and lengthens the vertebrae of your neck. To begin, lie on your back with your arms along your sides and palms facing down. While keeping your legs together, extend them straight up towards the ceiling and bend them backward, making them touch the floor. At first, it may seem hard to touch the floor this way, but with practice, it will certainly get easier. Keep in mind that the more you stretch yourself, the more your spine lengthens. Number 3. Locust Pose. Having a bad posture is also one reason that a person looks shorter than they look. This back-bending height exercise stretches the back muscles, helps increase spinal mobility, and strengthens the back. Start by lying flat on your stomach and positioning your arms on your sides and your forehead on the ground. Exhale while gently pressing your pubic bone into the floor, lengthening your lower back, and pulling your navel in towards your spinal curve. Now lift your head, chest, arms, and knees slightly off the floor, thus effectively broadening your chest. Keep a hip-width distance between your feet, lift your upper body, and maintain the pose for 4 to 5 breaths. Lower yourself and do it again. Unlike the previous exercise with its insect reference, the next one has an animal in its name, which is the cat stretch. Here's how it benefits you and how to do it. Number 4. Cat stretch. This exercise is designed to open up the spine and strengthen the shoulders, chest, palms, and back. It primarily stretches your hamstrings while putting stress on your stomach. The cat stretch also promotes blood circulation. Place your hands and knees on the floor with your arms locked out. Inhale while flexing your spine down and exhale while bringing your spine up into an arched position and your head down. The spine at this position should be arched. Keep your shoulders high and elbows straight. Your pelvic bone should touch the floor. Each repetition should last for 3 to 8 seconds. Number 5. Pelvic Lift. Prolonged periods of sitting can change the shape of the spine, which in turn causes muscle imbalances. Ultimately, this can negatively affect the growth of your body, including your height. The pelvic shift is one of the best exercises to increase your height by helping straighten and strengthen your spine. To start, lie on the mat with shoulders flat on the floor. Keep your arms stretched out on the sides with your palms down. Bend your knees and draw your feet close to the buttocks. Now arch your back so that your pelvis is lifted. Tuck those bottoms and let your legs and shoulders support your weight. Hold the position for at least 30 seconds and repeat. Number 6. Puppy Pose. This exercise can make you grow taller by flexing your spine and leg muscles and making your bones grow longer. To start, get into all fours on the mat. Keep your knees lined up with your hips and your hands with your shoulders. Now, tangle your toes and walk your hands forward a few inches. Stretch your hips backward halfway to your feet and feel a good stretch in the lower body. Hold this position for 30 seconds and relax. Number 7. Mermaid Stretch. This at-home exercise is one of the best stretches to get taller. It does this by primarily stretching and engaging your intercostal and shoulder muscles, thereby helping you in posture corrections. It can also help you walk straight and look taller. Begin by sitting down with your knees bent underneath on the left side. Hold onto your ankles with your left hand. Next, raise your right arm, extend and reach over your head. Feel a good stretch along the right side of your torso. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Do the same on the other side as well. Believe it or not, bird dog is a thing in the stretching world. Here's how to do it. Number 8. Bird dog. This stretching exercise also acts as a core movement that focuses the lower back's strength and balance. It helps to experience a good stretch from head to thighs and promotes height. Start by going on all fours. Move your knees so they're on the same plane as your wrists, giving yourself a wide base to work. Look straight down at the ground to maintain a neutral spine. Now, squeeze your shoulder blades together to create tension. Then, squeeze your abs to set your ribs. Extend one arm straight out, keeping it in line with your torso. At the same time, squeeze your glutes to raise the opposite leg. Pause for a count at the top, maintaining tension to keep your shoulders or hips from dropping. Lower your limbs down under control. Do the same steps with the opposite arm and leg. Number 9. Forward spine stretch. Remember one of those exercises that we were forced to do as children in physical education classes? The forward spine stretch is a simple yet effective exercise for proper articulation of the spine. Sit up straight on a mat with your feet in front. Your legs should be extended about shoulder width apart and your feet should be flexed. Inhale and extend your arms out in front of you. As you do so, bend forward and try to touch the tips of your toes. If you can touch your toe tips, try stretching even more to keep your spine flexed to the maximum extent. Number 10. Low lunge arch. Bowing the back and upper body will always result in increasing your height. The upper body is tough to develop, but with this exercise, you can strengthen and stretch out your back pretty well. This height-increasing movement also works for lengthening the legs and shoulder bones. To start, lock your two palms with your fingers and stretch your arms to the front of your right leg. While you do so, bend your right leg and stretch out your left leg. Stretch as far as you can and maintain the pose for 30 seconds. Do the same on the other side. Want to bump up your results? An easy way to do that is to eat certain foods that promote height growth. Get to know what these foods are by clicking here.